So here we go, Car Talk Monday. Back to Mondays again, back on track. And today I want to ask you a question is why you're hurting your kids. Why are you hurting your children? And I don't mean hurting them physically. I'm talking about hurting them for their future. You know, I see this all over the place where there's a statement a person will say, you know, I don't want my kids to go through what I went through as a kid. And, you know, I want them to have the best of everything. I don't want them to want for nothing. And they spoil their kids to the point of destruction. And the kids grow up with this sense of entitlement, this sense of, you know, that the world revolves around them instead of them being a contributor to the world. And I want to ask you, you know, are you teaching your kids to go down the same doom loop that you are? If you're in a job and you're coming home and complaining every day about how crappy your job is and things are just not good, but you're working hard so your kids can have the best. So that example is your kids are seeing you slaving away to put them on an ivory tower. Or you're in business and you're not teaching your kids how to think for themselves, how to actually have their own mind instead of being part of the drones out there where everyone's just doing the same old. As a parent who's a business person, you should be mentoring and teaching and training and uplifting your kids so that they can learn to think for themselves. Are you hurting your kids or are you helping your kids by giving them too much, by turning a blind eye to what they do, to allowing them to throw hissy fits when they don't get that PlayStation or they don't get that excursion or that pair of shoes? Are you hurting your kids? You know, my son, he's a cool dude, but we try as much as possible to keep him grounded, to make sure that he understands there's people out there that are less fortunate than us, and that what he has, he's lucky. The one day he came home, his friends, they all came to our house, and he came home and said, "Dad," he said, "are we rich?" And I said, "No, we're not rich. You are poor and I'm rich. Because you live in my house and you don't make your own money. You don't generate an income. You don't pay for the room that you stay in. You don't, you know, most of what you have, you're not paying for. So you are poor, right? Or broke. Let's say the word broke rather than poor. And we are rich because we've made the money and it's our assets, not yours. Maybe one day when we die, you might get a piece of it if I don't donate it to the National South African Cat Society. So are you hurting your kids? Or are you helping your kids? Ask yourself that question today and maybe reorganize a couple of things to make your kids tougher, stronger, more resilient, wiser. That's what you should be focusing on instead of just throwing money to buy love. Don't buy love. It just ain't worth it.